really bad. Let's turn that off. There we go. That's better. Yep, better. Okay. George. For Jorge, I'm not sure. My doggy's name is George. He's right here. Hello, George. Oh, what a good boy you are. Look at what a good boy he is. He's such a good boy. Are you a good boy? You are. Are you a good boy? He's a good boy. I know it. I know. Right now he wants to do a WALK, but we're not going to do that till Daddy wakes up. Sorry, is it George or Jorge that you're watching now? Oh, it's nobody now. I don't care. Okay. We can do this. What was this? I know, boo-boo. I know. Oh, my tummy is rumbling like crazy. These are amazing. I love these. They are very dirty right now, though, and need to be cleaned. Four. Where's that? 4. 0. 2. 3. Let's try the 3. Hey, boo-boo. Hello, my sweet boo. Oh, hello, my sweet boo. Oh, goodness. What did you do? What did you do? Huh? Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Oh, look at him. Oh, my sweet boo-boo. Oh, my sweet boo-boo. He's so cute. Hey, Louie. Are you my friend, Louie, or are you a new friend, Louie? Just doing some art to try to help me through this time of, I don't know. I mean, I'm a survivor, and so I've really been struggling this past week, and I know this week coming up is just going to be even more horrific than last week. So I'm just trying to do something positive, like work on my little cards that I'm going to give people for the holidays. It's so funny because I do use ChatGPT to help me out a little bit. And so I asked Chat, like, can you give me some pagan images so I can use those instead of Christian, because I'm not a Christian, but I do know some Christians, and I would love to give them some of my my art when I give my friends cards this year. So I'm not giving presents. Like every year I don't give presents. I just give these cards. So normally I make them out of, normally I do them on watercolors, and I kind of just posted some of these, that's a Valentine's Day one. I kind of posted some of these last year when I was doing them, and I just posted them. I just posted that video just now, so you can see like the tutorial of how I made these. And these are on watercolor paper, but I didn't have any watercolor paper, and I didn't want to go out and spend money on watercolor paper just because, well, you know, we're doing no spend this year. So I decided to do them on cardboard, and this is what they're looking like so far. And I just think they're so cute, and you can just give these out as presents. You can do them so easily. So anyway, we're going to work on these right now, and let's see. Let's start with this tree. These are so messy. I'm going to need my little, where is my little, yeah, these are so messy. I'm probably going to need this. Okay. To wipe. These really need to be cleaned, but, these wonderful, pens were given to me by a friend, and, I'm going to start with a pencil first. Sketch this out. I'm just going to do a tree. The tree is the easiest, obviously, because it's just a triangle. So do the little triangle. And one thing that I like to do as well is I like to put a little star on top, but you can see that for this one, when I put the little hole in it, it kind of obscured the star. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to do here is sketch out. And let's put the star here. And that way, if we put the star there we go. Okay. So sketched out, and then and then I'm going to draw it out using these Repeatograph pens. These pens are from the 70s, and you fill them with ink, with special ink. Well, it's just like waterproof ink that comes with the pack. This was the pack that my friend gave me. Okay. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit because although these pens are waterproof, it takes a minute for them to dry. If you start working on them with another wet medium before they dry, then they kind of smear a little bit. So we're going to let those dry. I'm going to do a star. Stars seem to work better on square paper, so I wonder if I should cut. No, let's go ahead and do it this way and see what we get. And then I can cut the edges. So with the stars, because I'm not such a great, if you look at those, and this one in particular is a bit like, yeah. So the way I like to do the stars is like how we used to do as kids, but I do it first in pencil. So I'm going to do it like we used to do as kids. And then after you get that in, you can outline it in this. Now it's funny because all of these are pagan symbols, and they were sort of co-opted by Christianity back in the day. So yeah, just a little bit of, okay, so we've got that one going, and I might have to cut off the sides just to make it more like even. And what else do we have? I've got my stars. I got me little. The other ones that I have are this motif, which is like the crescent, and the holly, which is also a pagan symbol. I haven't been able to do such a great rendition of these, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. So we'll have the star, the tree, and I'm going to go ahead and try to freehand this crescent. We will see how it goes. Ooh. Okay, so I think I've got the crescent. Huh. Oh, I know what I can do. I can take something round and try to, and then use it to draw this out. Oh my gosh, y'all, my stomach is rumbling like crazy. That's too small, I think. How about this one? Ooh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so, all right. Oh, I wasn't that far off base, y'all, because the moon is a circle, isn't it? So if we do this, and then I wonder if I can put it on the inside to get the inside as well. Maybe. Y'all, I wasn't that far off, actually, from the circle. Okay, I think that's good. And then, how did I do the holly? I did it like this, I think. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. You have to make that noise as well. Not. And then let's do a whoop again. Then we're going to put a big circle here. And then we're going to do whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to trace it out with the repeatograph. Let's do the holly bit first, maybe. Okay, that's not bad. This is my least favorite one. My least favorite motif, not because I don't like it, but just because it's the hardest to draw. It's the hardest to draw freehand. But there we go. And there we go. Great. All right, let's put that over there to dry for now. And let's see, I need my eraser. Let's hydrate first. If you are a survivor, welcome in, welcome in. If you are, if you're a supporter of survivors, welcome in. I am a survivor, and arting is just one of the ways that I try to keep from, I don't know. I really don't know how to say it. Experiencing PTSD, like last week was really hard, and I know that this week is going to be really hard. And so I've just decided that I'm going to give myself a lot of grace, that I'm going to try to hang out with other survivors, and, you know, that I'm going to just try to art the F out of this. And hydrate. Okay, so we need that little eraser. Oh, here's just regular watercolors. I'm going to have those there too. And then I'm going to get my shiny, shimmery watercolors. Okay. It's a bit of a mess right now. Bear with me. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay. This is my travel bag. This is like what I use to travel with when I take my art supplies with me. when I went to Sweden, I took this bag with me as well for my art supplies. So let's just put it over here now and get it out of the way. All right. So here we go. Eraser. Hey, welcome in, Thad Prince. What a cool name. What a cool name. Welcome in. Welcome in, Salty Chick. That's a cool name too. Okay. So let's see, we did that. We erased that. So that's the first step. And then now we're going to start laying down some color on this one. And one thing that I wanted to try was, I've had this for years. It's masking fluid, and I've never used it. So I'm going to use some of this today. And I don't know if I'm going to have to sacrifice a, I don't know if I have to sacrifice a, do I have to sacrifice a paintbrush for this is the question. This is a tiny little acrylic one. Let's see. Oh, I know what I can use. Maybe use that little sponge. So I think what I'm going to do is put, ooh, what's this chunky stuff here? Ooh, gross. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just put that over there for now. All right, let's see how this works, actually. Let me just dip it in here. And I'm going to do like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I'm not sure how this is going to work on, actually, I'm going to get rid of that because I'm not sure how it's going to work on cardboard. So actually, let's do a little test on, our tester. Let's see how this is going to work on cardboard. So let's put a big dot of it there and see what happens. I'm going to let that dry now. Oh, somebody just ate a cookie. I can smell it. You guys have stinky breath. Not you guys. The dogs that are on either side of me have stinky breath. I need some water because this is watercolor that we are doing. Cool. Cool beans. Okay, hey Tristan Maz. Welcome in. All right. So we didn't use it on that, but we're gonna get in there with some color. And okay, so these little colors, check these out. These are so cute. And the little tin is so cute as well. These are like the shimmery colors. I got these off a TikTok shop like 2 years ago, and they're still going pretty strong, although I haven't like been using them sort of heavy duty. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use those. And sort of, let's use this sort of, let's look at our color palette and see. I like this green here, so I think we're going to use that one. Oh my gosh, which one is that one though? Oh, I think it goes this way. So 1, 2, 3. So it's the third one. So I'm going to go ahead and use that one. Let's activate them with a bit of water. Okay. Oh, my tummy is really... Hey, Tanner. Welcome in. We're just doing some art. I mean, it's greeny, but I feel like it's more like blue greeny, or I don't know. It's not Christmas tree greeny, or holiday tree greeny. Because remember, we're doing stuff for Christians and non-Christians. I'm not a Christian, but my friends are Christians. I'm not a Christian, but I have Christian friends, so they enjoy these presents, and then so do my non-Christian friends. They enjoy them as well, because these motifs can work across religions. I'm not a Christian, but my friends are some of my friends are Christians. These are so easy to make, y'all, and super like cheap, because I'm gonna actually do one in a minute with some cheap art supplies that you probably have in your kids' art supplies right now. Hey, Landon, is that right? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And if you want to join me, if you want to come on as a duet or whatever it's called, I don't know. Just let me know and I'll bring you on. If you're doing your survivor art as well. This isn't actually art okay, look, I'm a survivor, but I'm doing this art to like sort of keep the PTSD from overwhelming me this morning. Yeah. Do y'all ever feel that way? That like you need to do something, not just sit with it? Sometimes I can't just sit with it, y'all. Sometimes I need to actually do something. And this is the most like sort of not, this is the most productive and healthy thing that I can do to keep from becoming overwhelmed by PTSD, because I'm a survivor. And I know a lot of survivors this week have been really struggling. There's too much water coming out of this one, so because it's a water brush, so I'm going to go ahead and use a regular, oops, was that the right one? Yeah, a regular watercolor brush. There's too much water now. Now I'm just dumping more color in. This is super shimmery. These colors are super shimmery. Like I said, I got them on the TikTok shop from a creator who actually made these herself. So there we go. A little shimmer. It's kind of hard to tell because I had to turn off some of the lights because it was causing just a lot of glare and whatnot. So now we can just, I guess I can just drop some more color into it because this is still wet, so I can just drop more color into it. And these don't work like traditional watercolors. I want to say they are a little bit different because they have the shimmer inside of them. But if you do several coats, you can get opacity. That's one thing. And you can also do like what I did on this one is I used just like a regular green watercolor, and then I put a gold shimmer on top of it. So that's something that you can do too. if you don't like, you know, the sort of look of just the shimmer. Okay, so we gotta let that dry a little bit. And then for this one, we're going straight up gold, definitely, which is this, I believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and start in on that. And I think we're gonna have to start again with the water brush, and then I can fill in with that one after. We might have to activate it a little bit more. Let's just activate. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. These are super easy to make, obviously. I mean, look how easy they are. They're cardboard and just drawing a star on a cardboard and then slapping some watercolors on it. But hey, this is better than putting yourself in credit card debt and giving all of your sweet, sweet cash to toxic capitalism. Let's not do that this season. Now, I stopped giving presents ages ago, except to my little grand niece, who is 5 years old. So she gets a present from me. And usually it is from a local bookshop or some kind of local toy shop that I like to get her presents from. But everybody else gets one of these cards. We don't need to be buying presents for adults. We don't need to be participating in toxic capitalism right now. We need to just be blacking out economically. And if you do like buying presents for people and you want to participate in the blackout still, you can do. You can just go buy something from a local. Heck, you can buy something from me. You can go onto my Etsy and buy stuff. I gotta be careful because, you know, sometimes I get banned for cursing too much. But anyway, yeah, I had 2 community guidelines this morning because I was saying F too much and I was saying PDF too much. So, yeah. Hey, if you're a survivor, I got your back. I got your back, girl. Boy. Person. I'm not gonna give up. I'm a survivor. Okay, that is super shimmery. Love that. Love that for me. So we had a super shimmery gold star. And then I'm probably going to do the background as well, but I need to cut this up a little bit. But I'll let it dry first because, you know, working with these when they're not dry, you can accidentally smear them or something like that. But you see that, like, you see how they do kind of become opaque. So that's good. All right, let's erase the lines off of this one. Here's my eraser. I'm a survivor, not gonna give up. Okay. So we're going to shimmer with this too, I think. I'm going to use the blue. Do I want to use the blue on the moon? This shimmer blue on the moon. Let's do that. Yeah, things can get super messy when you're working with all this stuff, when you're working with watercolor. Yeah, so y'all, I've been kind of in therapy for decades. I've done decades of therapy for this survivor, you know, because I'm a survivor. And it is still crazy that after decades of therapy, I can still, PTSD can still keep me up all night long, which it did last night. So that's why I'm doing this today. And I recognize that it's going to be a really tough week for survivors. And I don't know what to say about that, y'all. I mean, oh, my watch just reminded me to drink water. Yeah, I guess I do know what to say about that. Take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water, hydrate, reach out to friends and family who are supportive. All right, let's drop a little bit more color in here without dropping water. And sometimes you have to do, you know, 2 coats of this. No problem. We just do 2 coats. And then I think I do have like a couple of other, because with this set, it was so cute. I got some little extra dots and this black paper. So let me go ahead and see, because I think the extra dots might be red. Is there a red one? Oh, it's not a red one. That's a gold. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what these extra dots give us. That looks pink. This is like rose. Let's see. A little bit of an extra dot. I think we'll just put those there for now, and let's check what this dot looks like. Oh no, this one's not so great. I think I probably need some. Shoot. I need some watercolor. Where did I put those watercolor bands? Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah, I think that's like more red than the other one. So we're going to use that one as the red. Let's just come over here and do this. Oh, it's so shimmery and beautiful. Okay, so then I'm going to just try to drop some more color into it with this non-wet. Okay, there we go. All right. Moving on to the green. So I think what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to go ahead and, do I have the green on the other side? No. Here it is. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to use this green to do the undercoat. And then we'll put like a greeny shimmer over it with the shimmery watercolors. Hey Ash, welcome in. How you doing this morning? How you doing? How you doing? We're doing some artwork here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And sometimes when I'm experiencing PTSD, because you know that's all PTSD for me are like these horrible, horrible flashbacks that you can't get out of your head. And so what I do is I just do some art, and then that sort of focuses my mind, focuses my head, so that it is not creating these flashbacks in my mind. It's normal. PTSD is normal. I mean, if you've what do I mean to say? I don't mean to say PTSD is normal. I mean to say that it's normal to feel this way if you have PTSD, but I don't like to feel this way. I do not like to have flashbacks. They are horrific. And last night I had, like all throughout the night, serious flashbacks, and it was just horrific. I'm exhausted this morning. Thank goodness that I am in the position where I don't have to go into an office this morning, because I think I probably would be calling in sick this entire week. But fortunately, I have the privilege to not do that because I run my own company, so I can afford not to work today. Okay, all right. So now we have to let this one dry. So let's kind of go back to our other ones and see what we have here. I can do another tree on this because this is a skinny one. So we can do another tree on that one. Let's go ahead and draw that out. And actually I'm going to start with a star because I want to do a hole punch like at the top of this, and I don't want the hole punch to mess up the star. So we're going to start with a star, and then I can go down and do the tree from there. I mean, like, these are so simple. These are almost silly simple, but you know what? Silly simple is good, because silly simple is good because then you can do this with kids as well. You know, super easy to do. You can do this with crayons, you know, anything. Doesn't have to be shimmery watercolors that you buy off the TikTok shop. It can be anything. Let's go ahead and outline this out. Hey Tommy, how you doing? My brother's name is Tommy. Okay. Let's see where we are now. So this needs to dry a little bit, and this was the first one we did, the shimmery green tree. And like I said, you can, I mean, these are the things that I make and sort of give away as holiday gifts. I don't buy gifts for anybody anymore. I haven't bought gifts for years. I've been doing these instead, and I actually, I lie, because I buy one gift. I usually buy one gift for my my 5-year-old grandniece. But otherwise, I just make these and give them out to friends and family. And this year, I kind of started using cardboard because last year and previous years, I've used watercolor paper. But I'm kind of, I mean, it's nice to use the watercolor paper and everything, but I'm out of it, and I didn't want to buy anything new because I am on that sort of economic blackout, and I have been doing that since January. So yeah, that's hey Davina. Yeah, so that's why I'm using the cardboard this year. I have so much cardboard, it's free, whatever, and I'm just using up all of the art supplies that I have. So this is the first one that we did earlier today, and it's dry now. So let's go ahead and do something else with it. I think, let's see. Let's get some gold into that star. Let's get some gold into the star. This is the gold. You can see which ones I use the most, the gold. And I'm actually gonna do the background. I don't want to do the background in gold, but maybe I'll do it in that greeny, in the greeny gold. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think I might do it in the greeny gold. So anyway, we'll do the star in the gold. And actually, I should not use the water brush. I should use the regular watercolor because it looks like it's pooling. And the gold actually is opaque. You can see that it actually covers up the lines. So I've got that. And now I'm going to use that greeny gold to do the background. And I probably will get, let me get a bigger brush because it'll be easier. Let's use this one. This is the greeny gold. Yeah, it's different from the gold. So I'm going to go ahead and get more activation in there. Yeah, nice. Pretty. Hey, let's see. Hey, Jody. Welcome in. Just doing some artwork to try to keep the demons out of my head because I've been having a lot of PTSD. Last night I had a lot of PT all throughout the night, all throughout. I just didn't sleep at all. I had a lot of flashbacks, PTSD flashbacks from sort of abuse that I suffered as a child, from CSA. I guess we can't use the words here on TikTok. We have to use coded language. So everybody's leaving. I don't care. Give a shit. This has nothing to do. People are not judging you. See, hey, A Walt. A Walt. Oh, bye, A Walt. This is like a combo green gold in case you can't really see it. It's really pretty though. So pretty. Oh no, what is this? Thanks, TikTok. Really appreciate that. It's like annoying, isn't it? No, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm a survivor. Ain't gonna give up. It's fucked. Anyway, hey, who's the last person that joined? Claudia? Hey, Claudia. Yeah, I'm just making these little holiday gifts, and these are so fun and so easy to do. And you don't need a bunch of supplies, although I did like pull out the shimmery watercolor supplies that I bought last year or 2 years ago on the TikTok shop. But you can do this with anything. You can do this with crayons with kids if you want to, and it's a really fun project to do. And like I mentioned before, these are the only Christmas gifts or holiday gifts that I give. Christmas. I'm not a Christian, but I have Christian friends, and family, and so sometimes I give them, or not sometimes, but I give them homemade gifts every year. And these are the ones that I've settled on over the years. They're the best, the easiest, whatever. And one thing about doing art is that it will get the demons. It gets the demons out of my head, to be honest with you, because I was like up all night with flashbacks, PTSD flashbacks. So just doing the artwork, it kind of stops that, like interrupts that. So that's why I'm like constantly like sort of doing art just for my own self because it just gets the demons out of my head. So yeah, I hope to God that whoever is watching this right now doesn't have to deal with that. I hope that you don't have any of those symptoms. If you're a survivor, I hope that you are well on your way to that. But I mean, honestly, I've been to therapy for decades, and I still will sometimes have episodes of PTSD. It is what it is. I have to accept it. Radical acceptance. So yeah. So that I'm just on here like right now live, just creating these things and inviting anybody who wants to join in to talk about it, if you want to talk about it, or just to watch, if you want to watch. Maybe that helps you. Maybe watching people do art helps you, or whatever. I know that I watched a little bit too much. I watched a little bit too much Survivor stuff on TikTok last night, and that's probably why I was up all last night with PTSD flashbacks. But I just sort of wanted to come and be in community. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to go, go. Anyway, that background is finished. So pretty. I can kind of tell that it's shimmery. Yeah, there we go. So it's like, gives you that really cool shimmer. Okay, so we're done. I mean, not done, but that one needs to dry a little bit. Let's start. Oh, this was the second one that we did, which was the little star. And I'm going to go ahead and outline that one again because I feel like we've lost the outline a bit. This gold is opaque. Even though it's a shimmery watercolor, it's still it's still opaque. And I feel like we've lost the border, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back in. These are Rapidograph pens. They are like sort of the old school microns, like before microns, I guess. So they are watercolor India ink, which is going in these. Once they dry, they are not watercolor, they are waterproof. So once the India ink dries, you can use wet medium over it and it won't smear. So we'll let that dry a little bit, and let's pull this one over, which I'm going to go ahead and outline again because the outline got lost. So let's outline it again. Ah, shoot. Well, I think what I can do with that is, because these are opaque, I can just let this dry and then I can paint over it. So that one's a bit shimmery as well. I think I'm wondering if I can do a pink background like I did with this one. This is like the shimmery pink background. So I might be able to do that with this one as well. Great. Okay, so that has to dry for a sec. Let's put this over here to dry. And then we can put some color on this one. And I promised that I was going to do one that was also just super easy with just a ballpoint pen. So let's pretend that we did this with the ballpoint. I was going to do it with a ballpoint pen and some crayons, but I don't have crayons right here to hand. So what if you had a kid and you didn't have anything but, let's say, some pens let's say we had a green Sharpie, for example, that you can get at Dollar Tree. You can get a whole set of Sharpies at Dollar Tree, different colors like this one for $1.25, $1.25. I know $1.25 might be a lot for some people right now. I mean, honestly, like it is really hard out there. So yeah, $1.25 can be hard for some people. I get it. But this is like, instead of using like the shimmery, pretty stuff that I bought off of TikTok, I was just going to try to use just some basic art supplies that you might have or that your kid might have already. You can use those. And like I said before, this is just really, you can have such a lot of fun just making these. Some people like to bake and make cookies and stuff like that for no-buy presents. I like to do these because I'm not the best at baking. I do like to do these like no-bake chocolate peanut butter squares that are also vegan. My nephew is vegan, so I like to do vegan stuff for him at the holidays. Nobody thinks about the vegans. They just think about their carnivore selves. But I like to think about the vegans. I'm vegetarian. I'm not vegan, but my nephew is vegan. So yeah, I like to make some things for him. Okay, so that's a Sharpie. Let's see what does this yellow Sharpie look like on our, let's try it out. Oh, that's called, let's put it over here. I mean, it's because obviously the paper is brown underneath. It's not that great, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. It's like cheaper. And then we'll go ahead and make this brown. Yeah, so you can like do these with this type with your kids, you know. If you want something super simple, super easy, you can do that. All right. And this one's dry. And I want to put some baubles. I want to put some baubles on these. So I'm going to use these grabby paint pens that I also bought off the TikTok shop. Oh my God, TikTok makes me buy so much, but I'm not. But I'm sort of on a no-buy streak. These are quite old. We'll see if we get anything out of it. Oh yeah, okay. It's pretty electric. Okay, so doot, doot. You have to make that noise too. Doot, doot. Being silly. Doot. Sometimes silliness is the only thing we have, y'all. Doot. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And there we go. And I normally do the outline with the black like that, but I think I'm gonna try to use the grabby to do the outline as well, so it'll kind of match. I'll kind of match that. Yeah, let's do that. And what I do with the outline is I start, I like to start with my signature, which is DLJ, and the year, which is 25. And then I do whoop, a little arrow, and then I start doing like what I like to call the more, you can't really see it, the Morse code border, because it kind of looks like Morse code, but then I put some little hearts in there and I put some other things in there. So you can put whatever you want. I've seen other creators do this. I didn't invent this. There's nothing new under the sun, Aristotle said. It's all been thought up before. Dot, 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 dash. I might do a heavier dash, a little heart. We can do a circle, another circle. I'm just doing, I don't have any plan or reason or rhyme for any of these. Actually, before I finish this off, I need to do I need to cut the little edges because I like the rounded edges. So I have a little tool. Where is my little tool? It is here. It's usually used for paper, but we can shove the cardboard in it like that. And that gives us a little rounded edge. So even though this is for paper, you can still kind of shove the cardboard in there to do it. And if you can't, like if you don't have one of these, yeah, and let's go ahead. If you don't have one of these, you can just use scissors to round off the edges. And I might have to do that on this one because I'm not getting very roundy edges because of, I don't know why. And then I do want to take off the top of that as well. Scissors. Take off the messy top. There we go. Got the messy top off. Now, you can round them a little bit more just manually. All right, there we go. Hey, how do run? How do run? Dot, 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 dash. You need to be careful like when you're doing these because I sometimes will sort of mess up the design a little bit because, you know, it's still wet. So just be super careful. If you're working in these sort of pens that it takes a minute to dry, just be careful you're not like messing your own stuff up. You might just, you know, do one side and then wait for it to dry kind of thing. Do an arrow down there. Boop, 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 boop. Right. Okay. So now it's got that cute little border around it. I feel like this star needs to be, because it's getting lost in the the gold star is getting lost in the gold background, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it the same color. Make it the same color. Okay. And these don't have to be perfect. I mean, don't be a perfectionist about these. Like, look, this side, there's more on this side than there is on this side. You don't have to be a perfectionist about it. It's totally fine. Then what I like to do is I like big butts and I cannot lie. Okay. I have this smaller hole punch that I like to use. Go ahead and for this one, because I said I wasn't going to punch through the star, but I am. I am going to punch through the star. And then, so that you know, I have this whole box of ribbons that we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out. It's probably too long, but we'll do this. Hey, Nick. Are you Nick, my nephew, or are you Nick, somebody else? Nick, somebody else who jumped out. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Pretty, pretty. Yep. Okay. So that one's done, y'all. We did a whole one by ourselves. We did a whole one today. Let's see, where were we? We can go back to this guy because I want to fix this down here. Not to say that I have to be a perfectionist, but I want to fix this down here. And that means that I'm probably should go ahead and put a second coat all the way around just because it's going to look more uniform. Okay, shimmery. And I am going to go ahead and put a, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this greeny gold on top of the green here just to see what we get. Ooh, that's a lot. It will definitely tone down, I think, I hope, because this is a lot now, but I can pull that color. Let's pull that color down. Okay, and slightly a little bit more. You can see this sort of shimmery gold. And then I did say I was going to put some pink, but I'm going to cut the top off of this one, I think, because it's too much. It's too, I don't know, bent. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay. I had so many flashbacks last night, throughout the whole night, like literally waking up to flashbacks. And that's what last week is doing to survivors, and this week is just going to be even more horrific for survivors. So just trying to art the F out of this, because when I do artwork, it helps me to focus. It helps me to focus on what's in front of me and not on these episodes of PTSD. Okay. Let's see. I haven't swatched this one on the cardboard. Let's see what this looks like, because this might be something we can use as the background here. Let's swatch it. Where's my shimmer swatches? Here. Yep. I think I might have gotten some leftover green on that, so let's try it again. I don't know why that's looking greeny to me, but it does look greeny to me. Let's try these other ones. We haven't swatched these yet. Let's try these. It's more like an orangey. Oh, forgot about this thing that we put on there. Oh, wow. So I forgot that I had swatched the masking fluid, and it really does work. You can see there the little dot. Oh shit, I almost knocked that over. Okay. So this one is like a little fiery. And then the last one is this little pink one. Let's see what that looks like. Drop some more color into it. Some of these work really well on the cardboard, and some of them are just a little bit too light. This one is supposed to be pearl, but for some reason there's some green being activated in it, and I wonder if it's just that I have green left on my paintbrush, or if this water is just so dirty. It could be that. Let me just pull up another. Do I have more water that's not as dirty? Oh God, that's so gross. No, I'm gonna have to empty all of these and refill them and have to clean out my desk today. Let's have a little bit of water, everyone. Please, if you're watching me and you haven't hydrated yet, have a little bit of water with me. Drink some water with me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't sleep at all last night because of the sort of PTSD flashbacks that I am currently experiencing due to this whole Epstein thing. I know a lot of survivors are having a really hard time right now because we recognize that, you know, our country was founded on PDF and on CSA. I have to use, you know, sort of words. I have to use code words. Otherwise, I'm going to get banned on TikTok. I already had 2 community guidelines violations because I used the P word, the PDF word too much, and I used the F word too much. I'm trying to avoid that right now. So, but this idea that America was founded on PDF, I mean, think about it. Think about it. Slavers decided that they were going to bring children, they were going to kidnap and traffic children over here because they were easier to control and easier to grape. Like adults may have would have been stronger. Oh, well, great. Thanks so much. So, yeah, so it's just this idea, and I'm sorry if you're just joining me and you're going to have to hear this, but it's just this idea that our country was founded on PDF. And I have to use these code words because, you know, I got 2 community guideline violation because I used the PDF word too much on some of my videos, which I'm like, I feel like I can use that and I should be able to use that because I am a survivor of CSA, which is like another thing. We have to use code words to describe our experiences because people get offended because they don't realize how prevalent CSA is in our society. Yeah, people get offended because they kind of don't realize how prevalent CSA is in our society. So if you're just joining me, this is a Survivor Art Jam. If you are not a survivor or a supporter of survivors, just, you know, scroll along. But if you are a supporter of survivors, or if you're a survivor, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had that experience. And as a survivor myself, I know that it never goes away. You just learn how to deal with it. So yeah. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm just having a little bit of trouble right now. Okay. All right. Focus, 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 focus. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of trouble right now. I'm struggling a little bit right now. So if you are a survivor or a supporter of Survivor, this is for you. Please welcome in. If you're not, or you're not interested in that, you can scroll away or whatever. But I am sort of trying to do this artwork to keep the demons out of my head. Last night, I had a ton of PTSD flashbacks all throughout the night. Like literally flashbacks were waking me up in the middle of the night and I couldn't sleep. I'm thoroughly exhausted today. And it's going to be a hard week. I know it. I know it already that it's going to be a hard week. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of art, trying to sort of use art to help me through it. And so sorry if you are a survivor and dealing with this as well, but please, please, you've got, there are more of us than you know. There are so many more of us than you know. The prevalence of CSA in our society is just crazy. And if you think about it, our country was founded on PDF. If you think about it, because why were slavers bringing children? Why were they trafficking children over to our country to enslave them? We know why. Because children are easier to control and easier to physically overcome. Adults would have been fighting this, absolutely. And so slavers decided they were going to start bringing more children over because they were easier to control. And that's what our country was founded on. And we need to reckon with that. As a society, we need to admit the wrongdoing that we did and reckon with that, because it won't stop. I mean, it won't stop until we admit what is going on. I was alive in the 80s. I'm a grown-ass 60-year-old woman, and I still get PTSD after decades of therapy and work. I still get PTSD. And especially, I cannot believe that there is actually a rapist in the White House. It is, to me, it's still every day. Survivors have to wake up and hear that man's voice and see his face in the news. Like, I just don't know. And like I was trying to say, like, I was alive in the 80s, so I absolutely remember what this man was like in the 80s, and I absolutely remember him admitting to rape, admitting to assault, and admitting to PDF. So believe them when they admit it. Anyway, here we go. Do a little bit more artwork because I can feel myself becoming overwhelmed by the feelings. So when I do this, it helps a little bit. So let's do some of this. Make these for my family and friends for the holidays. I'm not a Christian, but I have a lot of friends who are Christians and some family members who are Christians and non-Christians. You can give these to both Christians and non-Christians. That's what I like about them. These are like, I was going to say gender neutral, but these are like religion neutral, I guess. Like you can use them, I think, for everything because, tree, star with holly, or moon with holly, and stars are all like sort of, motifs that are not only Christian but pagan and, are used in a lot of other religions. So it is, you can use these, give them away to anybody. And I'm using all of the art supply. I'm not buying anything new. I didn't buy any new art supplies. These are just all of the art old art supplies that I have, and I ran out of watercolor paper. I normally do these on watercolor paper or some other kind of special art paper, but I decided not to buy that this year and just to use this cardboard, which I had because no buy. We're doing an economic blackout, and I have been doing as much of an economic blackout since January. But I'm seriously going to ramp it up when the economic blackout happens. If you don't know about that, you can Google it, but it's from like November 25th to December 5th. Just don't buy anything, or just buy from like locals or, you know, independents or whatever, but don't buy anything from big box stores. The most heinous ones are Amazon and Target. Yeah. So I'm not buying anything to do these cards. So I like to give these to, I do buy one present for Christmas. I buy something for my grandniece who is 4, and I just buy her something that is either from like an independent bookshop, like some kind of educational toy or something like that from independent stores. We have a lot here in New Orleans, a lot of independents, a lot of like sort of locals and stuff like that. So I will do that. She's on my mom's side. I don't really keep up with my dad's side because they all broke for Trump in 2016 and were all trying to mansplain me about Trump. But like I said, I was alive in the 80s, so I knew what kind of man he was. And all of my dad's family are like evangelical Christians, and they broke Trump, and that was it. I was done with him. I was sort of estranged from them for a while because my dad abandoned me when I was when I was 7. So I was estranged from them for a while, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just forgive them and get back in touch with them again. And I did, and it was okay. I realized that they were conservative Christians, and they were like trying to convert me and whatever. That's fine. But when they broke for Trump, I was like, you know what? No. And no. So anyway, yeah, like there are a couple of, there's just this one, I don't know, there's at least one guy on my mom's side that is, I don't know if he still supports Trump because I haven't spoken to him about it. But I honestly have been waiting for an apology from that MFer, from that literal MFer, because he's MFing my sister. Been waiting for an apology from that MFer, but, you know, just doesn't arrive. Okay, so I think that's kind of pretty. I like the fact that we've got a little bit of like cardboard on the side there, but it's a little bit uneven. We don't have to worry about it. Like, we don't have to be, perfect. So yeah. There is someone on the channel right now watching this, and if you want to come on and sort of like have a chat live with me, you can do that. Just let me know. I'm not like, this is only like I would say my 5th live, so I'm not like, I don't know 100% how the whole invitation works, but just let me know if you want to be invited, and I will invite you in, because sometimes it might be better just to talk to other people about this. But anyway, yeah, if you want to be invited in, just let me know. Or if you're doing art and you want to join me doing art, that would be cool too. Okay, we're going to let that one dry. And what did I say I was going to put on this one? Like a pink? No, I said I was going to try this shimmery. And this water is so freaking dirty. Like that, it's so dirty that it's giving like, it's making like the sort of these these colors. It's making these colors greeny because it's so dirty with the green, but let's go ahead and put it on there anyway. Why not? These are just the little extra like dots that I got with this shimmer set. Like I got the shimmery ones. This was a couple of years ago off of TikTok. And then the lady that creates these, when I ordered them, she sent a couple of little extra dots. And they last a long time. These last, and of course, I have not like really hardcore used them on projects. I've just been using them here and there, like today. Like for these, I'm hardcore using these shimmers so that I will probably run out of some of them. But, you know, I've had them for, I think, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, and I have not run out of them yet. Although this gold is getting pretty low. I can't figure out if like this one has a green shimmer to it or if it's just has the green because my water is so dirty. I just don't know. Let's see, we're getting to the bottom of that one now because we're using a lot of this. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. Okay. You can go as far with these as you want. Like you can do borders, you can not do borders, you can just do a simple pen and Sharpie. Super easy, super fun. So we did this together today. We did that together. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer today. We did this one today. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. And this one. And we did this super simple one today. So, yeah. I think that's about it, you guys. I think I am going to say goodbye, you bunch of freaks. Goodbye, you bunch of freaks.